Guys, it's Adam. Let me move this a little bit. Hopefully I can do this in one take. It's not that difficult. I have asked a bunch of people on our Arkansas Preparedness Network channel to give me input on things they'd like to learn and like to see, so that I have content to work with. But one of the things that interested me most, that not a lot of people think about, is water crossings. And let me put this in context. We have the Arkansas River, and especially in central Arkansas, you have Little Rock, and it's a nightmare to begin with the bridges, two main bridges that cross the Arkansas River into Little Rock and out of Little Rock and stuff like that. But context is, if an event were to happen and the bridges were blocked due to traffic, pick your choice, whatever event, whatever happens, and you can't get across the bridge, it's being held by bad guys, gang members, whatever, the troll under the bridge. What are some ideas to get across the river to get on the other side so you can continue your get home action? Well, the Arkansas River, I would liken it to the Mississippi River. It's quite wide in some places, especially by Little Rock, and the current is pretty darn strong. So with that in context, I'm going to throw this out there. It's weather dependent, and here's some things you guys need to think about on a major river crossing. Is definitely weather. Hypothermia, man. You'll be done. You'll be toast before you get across that river if you're wet. So let me throw that out there. Think about that. Me, I would say that, and it's not easy, but on a river that large, you would have to have some sort of cache already in place. And it could be a in plain sight cache. Kayak canoe on the shore, somehow, somewhere hidden, locked up, I don't know. You guys are going to have to think about that. I really, in this video, want to point out the dangers and the hard points. You guys, just give you guys things to think about. If you can't do that, I've been running through different ideas, and I haven't had a chance to run the experiments, but let's just do the kind of obvious, corny ideas. If it's summertime, if it's a tolerable time of year, the water isn't going to get you. I mean, there are dry bags. You use dry bags for camping, okay? You can get them at Walmart, a large one for, I don't know, 10 bucks. But anyways, if you, and I've done this, if you just open it up, do a little puff of air just while it's open, and then roll it up, it'll hold the air like a floaty. And they roll up, and then they clip over. And you get 3 or 4 of those, you've got a freaking raft, you know, like up under the elbows raft, floaties. The thing is you have to know how the currents run, and you already have to have probably a narrow spot in the river scouted out if you're going to try something like that. Being that what I would do is I know this is a visual, but you're on this side of the river and you want to land at this point, and the river's flowing this way. You're going to need to go way up here, and swim diagonally. So as you're swimming diagonally, the current is carrying you to this point. So you kind of got to have a mental visual of trajectory and things like that. Sometimes, you know, a bend in the river, if the water's flowing this way, it's going to hit that shore and curve around. So sometimes that's a better spot because you have a longer amount of shore to hit, the bend in the river. So you can go in here, swim this way, and it's going to push you, and you'll hit this shore and go along if you do it quick enough. Or if it goes down, you know, you're going to, and you have more of a greater chance of hitting land. It's really a lot of planning if you're going to undertake something like that. And in the situation of being on the south side of the Arkansas River and you need to be on the north side, there's not a lot of bridges that go across that area, honestly. So if that is something in your thought process, you really need to plan it out. I have taken pool floaties, those, you know, noodle things, the foam things, and I've put them around the frame of my Alice pack to float my bag, to use it if I needed to. But somebody had asked about how you make a rucksack float. It's basically you take your rucksack and you pack everything you have inside of a dry bag, you leave air in it, roll it up, clip it, and put it in your rucksack. It creates an air pocket, it helps it float. That's just real quick. But I would highly advise, my wife suggested they have inflatable, you know, even those inflatable rafts you get, you know, the kid things, you know, 2-man blow them up rafts. But then you have a situation, okay, how do I blow it up? You can get cheap pumps, battery operated pumps. You know, what if it punctures? I don't know what to tell you there. It depends on how desperate you are to get on the other side of the river. But that's worst case scenario. I wanted to let the guys know that asked about that I am thinking about it. So here's my request to you guys out in YouTube land. I have my ideas. I'll make another detailed video. I just want to get this out there. But in YouTube, you guys that watch this, give me some video responses on some ideas that you would use with details. I need details so I can hand out to people and other people can watch it and spark some interest. Or in the comments if you have details or even a link to other ideas. This is an interesting one. Like I said, I'll do another video on water crossings and safeties and hazards and things like that. But this one with a large river like the Mississippi or the Arkansas River or other ones, and you're trapped on one side and you really need to be on the other. How would you do it? Give me some video responses for you guys that are on YouTube. I'd be interested to hear what you say, and so would the other people. And link them to this video. How I'm new to YouTube, so I don't know how that works yet. But it's something you need to think about, because what if there's a major river or a very fast-flowing river between you and where you need to get? You're bugging out if you bug out, or your bug out location, or your alternate location, your fallback location with your group. I don't hear a lot of discussion about water crossings, so think about it. I would try to avoid it at all costs, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes a long way around is just not possible. Not worth it. The other thing I would do, and I know it sounds dangerous, and it is, if I was going to do a water crossing that big and I knew there were bad guys in the area or just bad people in general or a lot of chaos, I would do it at night. I know that's very risky and very dangerous, but I'd rather do it at night than be this big bobbing target for some idiot out there decides he wants to take target practice on me while I'm floating in the water. Think about that. So you have a lot of factors there to think about. Again, I would appreciate any video responses from people with detailed ideas on how they would do it, pre-planning, how they would pre-plan, how they would set their course across the river, and what devices they may use that somebody that works in the city that can either keep in their vehicle and easily transport via a bicycle or something to the shore, or cache on the shore that could be hidden quite well and is small. And also in the comments, or if you want to link me to an article that you have written or somebody else has written. I'm looking for information here to put together for people. All right, guys, this is Adam. You guys have a wonderful week. Be safe. Take a rest. Take a rest every now and then. Step back from all the prepping and all the chaos and playing what-if game. And take a rest. Your body and mind needs it. I'm finding that out. My mind needs it sometimes, and so does yours. All right, you guys be safe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.